Hi friends, my name is Kim. Welcome back to Healing Cottage Homestead. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm so happy to have you with me today. Today we're going to make a slow cooker recipe, but we're going to brown our meat first, and we are making a slow cooker chicken parmesan with potatoes. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm actually melting a couple tablespoons of butter. That was our first step. And then I'm going to clean up this chicken a little bit before we try and saute that, brown it in the skillet. I was looking for something easy. It is a cold day here in Dayton. I don't know if it's below average temperatures. It feels like it, maybe because last year I got to plant so much earlier than I normally do. I say normally do, last year was only my second garden, but this year I'm not getting to plant, and we cannot stop raining. It is just unbelievable the amount of rain that we have, and it's cold. So I was looking for something that would be an easy slow cooker recipe that I could share with you for tonight's video. And so I'm on my lunch hour right now and decided, let's try this slow cooker. Oh, it's garlic parmesan chicken. So I will, as soon as this butter is melted, I will put that in my measuring cup, and we'll put some oil in the pan. I'm gonna get a paper towel so I don't burn anything. And then we'll add a little bit of oil to our pan. And we will go ahead and salt and pepper our chicken. And we're just going to brown this for about 3 minutes on each side. And while that is happening, we will go ahead and put our other ingredients together. So we have 2 tablespoons of butter, and we want 5 cloves of garlic. I'll just put about that much in, which is a lot. It calls for 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme. I don't have fresh thyme, but I do have dried thyme. So we'll go ahead and get that. And by the way, I did wash my hands after I touched that chicken. I think that'll be good. I probably put about a teaspoon in. And it calls for freshly chopped parsley. And again, I don't have fresh, but I have freeze-dried. And it calls for, it just says freshly chopped parsley. So a big pinch of that. And next we need 2 tablespoons of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. So let me get that. And I don't have freshly grated, but I have this Kraft grated Parmesan cheese. I think this calls for 2 tablespoons of oil too. 1, 2. And so that will tell you the consistency of our mixture. So it's loose, but not too loose. And then this does call for baby red potatoes. I need to look and see if I have any of those. But I am going to turn our chicken Well, my baby red potatoes are now seed potatoes. So we're going to do this without potatoes. But if you were going to do this, our next step would be to put potatoes in the bottom of our slow cooker. And then to top with this mixture. And then to top with our chicken. So I'm going to, when this is brown, I'm going to pull it off and I'm going to put my slow cooker up here and I'm going to put a liner in that, and then we will just top our chicken with the with this mixture rather than our potatoes. We will use our slow cooker liner. These are a dream to me. I love them. We'll put our chicken in here. And you don't have to do that browning step. It called for it. And if you remember when I made that pork, I don't normally brown my meat before I put it in the slow cooker, but when I made that pork, it really made a difference. So I decided I would give it a try for this recipe. And then we'll top this with our garlic and Parmesan and butter, and I wish you could smell it. It smells wonderful. And this would be delicious with potatoes, but like I said, I let my potatoes sit too long and I could now grow them. And I moved the camera closer. I had some folks share with me that they were unable to see what I was doing actually in my skillets, and so I want to show you what this looks like as far as topped. And then I'm going to cook this on high for about 3.5 hours. So I'll select high, and then we'll put it on for 3.5 hours. Then we will I'll put the lid on, and then we will come back and in about 3.5 hours, give it a test with our thermometer. Make sure that it's at least at 165, which is what you want chicken breast to be at. And then we will give it a taste. If you're going to cook it on low, you'd want to cook it for 6 or 7 hours. Okay, friends, here's what it looks like. And let me tell you, it smells delicious. And I did find some shredded Parmesan, fresh Parmesan cheese in my fridge. So I went ahead and topped it with that. I checked the thermometer. I checked the temperature, and it said it was 188 degrees. So it's definitely cooked through. It's very garlicky. It's very good. The cheese, the butter, the garlic. You know me, I love garlic. If if you do not love garlic the way I love garlic, I would do a little less garlic, but it has the perfect amount of garlic for me. Um, it's very delicious, and it would have been even better with the potatoes, friends. So make sure you have potatoes when you cook this recipe because it would be absolutely phenomenal with the potatoes. And I wanted to show you how much liquid just these 3 chicken breasts create. They create their own broth. So if you can see that, I hope you can. It creates, I would say there's at least a half to 3/4 of a cup of liquid in there from just those chicken breasts. I didn't add any other liquid to the pot. So you don't need to think that you need to add liquid because it's going to, that steam and then the cooking of the meat is going to create its own juices. So remember that. Okay, now this carb count and the calorie count, everything included potatoes. So if you use the potatoes, it would be 750 calories in a serving, and a whole chicken breast and a half a cup of potatoes is a serving. 17 grams of fat, 22 grams of carbs with 2 grams of fiber, so 20 net carbs, and that's with your baby potatoes. So you definitely have room to be under that 45 grams of carbs we try to stay under to be diabetic friendly. And 43 grams of protein. So that's not bad at all, and this is absolutely delicious. If you didn't want to eat it with the potatoes, you could eat it with some orzo, with a little bit of olive oil, or some angel hair pasta, some buttered noodles. Look at me trying to carb you all up, but you definitely have room for it, friends, because you're just looking at meat, cheese, garlic, butter, oil. So you're looking at fats, but you're not looking at any additional carbs from the chicken itself. So I think we have a definite winner. If you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Healing Cottage Homestead. I post videos every Tuesday and Friday, normally at 5 p.m. Eastern. Not sure if I'm going to make that cutoff today, but we're sure going to try. And you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well. I really enjoyed our time together today, friends, and I look forward to cooking with you again soon. Take care.